Hello again and welcome back. My name is Gabby and this is English 12B, Unit 9, Performance Task, nope, it's not Performance Task, Alternative Assessment, Review, Check for Understanding, whatever you want to call it, Part 2, because I couldn't finish it in the last video because there's a lot of reading. So, this is the last few questions here. We're going to read Why Electric Cars Are the Future by Nicholas Klenciansky. And then read the questions that follow. So let's read number 17. So 17, circle all that apply. Which of the following elements of an argumentative essay does this example display? A, utilizes formal, informed tone and speech. B, utilizes and or emotional, uses logical and or emotional appeal. C, does not argue for any particular side, but decides to give generalized information. D, focuses on some sort of noteworthy social, environmental, political, or etc. issue or topic to tackle. And then E, supports points with facts, examples, research, or expert sources, and so on. That's 17. 18 is which sentence in paragraph 1 clearly states the author's position. So your options are sentence 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then our last question is analyze the structure of paragraph 3. What key type of organization does it use? A is sequence, B is compare and contrast, C is problem and solution, and then D is cause and effect. So those are the 3 questions that we're going to be answering with this passage. So let's look at the passage. So paragraph 1 we have to pay attention to, and paragraph 3 especially, right? The world is changing, and what looked like science fiction fantasy is gradually becoming our current reality. It seems that the progress spreads to all spheres of humanity's life, but one of the most amazing breakthroughs has been achieved in the energy sector recently. About 2 decades ago, it appeared that there was no effective alternative to conventional fossil fuels, such as gasoline and oil. But it turned out there is a better, cleaner, and more effective substitute to them: electricity. Although electric engines are not so widespread, more and more people are changing the gasoline-fueled cars to electric cars. This choice is more than reasonable. 2. The maintenance cost of electric cars is lower than those fueled by conventional gasoline. Fuel prices heavily depend on the political and military situation in the country that provides oil. Even if we do not take it into consideration, when you're driving a gasoline car, it costs you about $2,100 if you drive about 15,000 miles a year and use 1 gallon of gas for each 25 miles traveled, and buy gasoline at $3.50 per gallon. At the same time, driving an electric car costs you about $475 per year. Along with the fuel costs, conventional cars require regular technical inspections, transmission repairs, and so on. EVgo. By all means, electric cars are a much cheaper alternative for those who want to save money. Safety is another reason why electric cars are more preferable. There were several incidents where Tesla Model S electric cars flared up. This motivated Tesla Motors to research the situation with car fires in general, and it turned out that there are about 150,000 car fires per year only in the United States. Since Model S went into production last year, there have been more than 250,000 gasoline car fires in the United States alone, resulting in over 400 deaths and approximately 1,200 serious injuries. Tesla Motors management informs. There are now substantially more than 19,000 Model S vehicles on the road that were reported in our Q3 shareholder letter, for an average of 1 fire per at least 6,333 cars, compared to the rate for gasoline vehicles of 1 per every 1,350 cars. And that's their source right there, where they have parentheses, the long tailpipe parentheses. So typically you don't read those. So according to the statistics, electric cars are safer, at least in terms of flaring up. Electric cars are also known to be more efficient in terms of converting energy. On average, electric cars use about 60% of the power of the electrical energy to make the wheels spin, compared to 17 to 21% of the electric or energy stored in gasoline converted to power the wheels. This is important not only in terms of efficiency, but also in environmental protection, because the more effective use of energy means the fewer resources taken from nature. Besides, electric cars emit no greenhouse gases. Power plants that produce electricity, they pollute the air, but only those working on fossil fuels, nuclear, hydro, solar, and wind power plants, produce no pollution at all. So the more people that choose to drive electric cars, the less damage is dealt to the environment. That was their counterclaim, right? They're like saying some people might say that this also causes pollution, but it is less. This is the fifth paragraph. As can be seen, electric cars are in many ways more preferable than conventional gasoline vehicles. The cost of fueling and maintaining an electric car are much lower compared to those of regular cars. Electric cars are safer in terms of being prone to flare up. According to statistics, many more car fires occur with gasoline vehicles than with electric cars. And finally, electric cars are more environmentally friendly, meaning not only people but our whole planet benefits from them. Thus, as many people as possible should change their vehicles to electric cars. So that's their call to action right there. You go through and you answer these last few questions, and then that's it. If you have any questions, let me know. That was a great example of an essay, though, so maybe keep that in mind for the future.